Hi, this is Carrie. I'm the Health Professions Librarian at the Albert S. Cook Library at Towson University. I want to give you some tips for accessing the library and its resources. Our website is libraries.towson.edu. I'll put a link in the video description below. And I want to show you a couple of things you can do when you come to this page. Using the libraries here, you can see our borrowing service, Interlibrary Loan, course reserves. You can reserve a group study room. Take a look at the building directory, although as of September 2022, it's currently under renovation and things are changing. Collections, our book collections, technology, more information about our renovation. You can go to Get Help, where we show you our information we have available for citing sources, how to start your research, our research guides, and your subject librarians. Next, I want to direct your attention up here to the top right-hand corner, our hours and occupancy. Because the library is under renovation, some things are changing. We usually have space available. We have 24/7 space. We have Chat with a Librarian, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And we have desk hours. So if you click here, it'll show you what's available and when. Our 24/7 space is right now the second floor. So you come in on the third floor, you go downstairs. And we have our Ask a Librarian chat service, which is open today from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now the Ask a Librarian chat service is a little widget that appears down in the bottom right-hand corner. You open it, you launch chat, and then here where it says type here to chat, you can ask a question. So whether it's about, did I cite this correctly? I need to find a peer-reviewed article. I'm looking for articles on a certain topic, things like that. And whoever's on duty, sometimes me or sometimes other people, will get back to you. Now, in order to contact me, let me show you where to find my information. You can go up here to Ask a Librarian and scroll down the page, and we will come down to Occupational Therapy and click Apply, and that's me. You can email me. That's perfectly fine. You can call, or you can request a virtual meeting. Let me show you what happens when you do that. It syncs up with my calendar. It lets you book an appointment on Zoom for 30 minutes. And you are more than welcome to do that if you just need to talk about an assignment, getting started with your research, whatever you need. Now, if you do need help with writing, I'll probably send you to the Writing Center. And I just Google Writing Center, Towson University, and here they are. You can contact them, you can call them, you can set up an appointment, and they've been really helpful. So if it's help with writing that you need and not help with research, they're your go-to. I'm your go-to for research articles, evaluating sources, citing sources, and things like that. Let's go back to the library's homepage, and I'll type right here in our main box. So Cook OneSearch is looking at lots of the content we have available through Cook Library. And I'll type occupational therapy and stroke. Now I put occupational therapy in quotes because it's a phrase and I want to find those two words together. And then I also want to find literature with the word stroke. So occupational therapy and stroke. I'll click search and we get 101,138 articles. We want to maybe narrow it down a little bit. We can limit to peer-reviewed. That shows up over here on the left. Sometimes your professors will ask for recent literature, so we could limit to, let's say, the last 10 years. Things have changed. So peer-reviewed and 2012 still gets us 42,994 results. So like I said, this Cook OneSearch platform is looking at all of the content that we have, and sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. So I'm going to show you where you can look for more specialized resources. But if you did see something here that you liked, usually there's a PDF linked. If you don't see a PDF linked, you should see a yellow Find It button where you can click on that, and you will see either the online availability. In this case, it says read full text at Taylor & Francis. That's a publisher. If we clicked on this link, we'd probably get to the PDF. Let's just make sure. Here's the article. Here's the PDF. So I can download this and save it and read it when I have time. If we did not have access to this article through the library, you can use the Request It from Interlibrary Loan link. You need to sign in with your TUNet ID. The first time you'll be asked to set up an account. Once you set up that account, you can just request it, and we will request it from another library, and we will email you when it becomes available. All of this usually happens within less than 24 hours, so it's a pretty magical service. Please do use it. Absolutely no reason why you shouldn't see the things you would like to see. Let's go back to the search results here. And I'm going to close this and close a couple of my other windows. And I want to show you where you can look for more specialized resources. Under our databases list, we have over 380 databases. They are for all of our disciplines and subjects here at Towson University. If you know what you're looking for, you can go right to MEDLINE. That is from the National Library of Medicine. It is the premier database for biomedical literature, and it's got something like 35 million citations, but they are going to be more health and medicine focused. So here we are in MEDLINE. It looks a lot like the one we were just searching in, except up here at the top it says MEDLINE instead of Cook OneSearch, which is what the other one looked like. We can do the same thing here, occupational therapy and stroke, phrases and quotes, other ones maybe not. We'll just stick with stroke. You can practice and practice again. It takes some time. We'll click search, and we see 3,467. That's already better than what we saw in Cook OneSearch. We can limit to peer-reviewed. We can also limit to year, and we can go through the same process of maybe browsing through. We have now 2,400 articles. We could be more specific even by looking at assistive technology. So the more search terms you add, the more narrow your search results will be. So here we have 48 results. We see linked full text. If we don't see linked full text, we see the yellow Find It button right here. Any one of these articles, and you're probably familiar with this in lots of other platforms that you use, you can go to the article, and over here on the right-hand side, there's a Cite button, and then there is an option for APA 7th. Now, I want you to take this and check it against something that's correct, because these often have little mistakes your professors will notice, and you should always check it against a correct one so that you can get everything right. So that's how you can grab the citation. You can also email it to yourself or your work team. You can use the permalink. That's important. If you grab this link, it will expire and you won't be able to access it anymore. Make sure you grab the permanent link. When you click that, the permanent link shows up right here. You can copy it and paste it into your Google Doc, Drive, or whatever it is that you're using so that you don't lose access to that article. Okay, we'll go back to the Cook Library. So that was MEDLINE. The other big database for your discipline is called CINAHL. That's the Cumulative Index for Nursing and Allied Health Literature. It looks the same, but here we see CINAHL. We're searching CINAHL. They all cover different things, different journals, different topics, and so you might see some overlap, but hopefully you'll see something unique. We can do the same thing here. Occupational therapy in quotes. We'll do stroke. We'll click search, and we get 1,974. And remember, that's because with CINAHL, we're looking at even different literature than what we saw in MEDLINE. You can apply the same filters here. Let's just do peer-reviewed for now. I'll show you another thing you can do to get these out of the database and into your hands. You can click on the blue plus sign that appears in the top right corner of any article you want to keep. And as you do that, it's being added to a folder, which is temporary. Folder has items. I've chosen 3 or 4. We'll go to folder view. And once you're in folder view, you can email it to yourself. And so once you email it to yourself, you'll be able to have links to come back to these articles when you're ready. So you can cite, you can permalink, and you can email to yourself. Let's go back to the library website by clicking on the top logo. So that remember that the 2 big databases for your research are MEDLINE or PubMed, which is another platform for MEDLINE content, and CINAHL. Now, let me show you where to find research guides. Right here under research guides, there is one specifically created for you by subject. So let's go to the subject link and scroll down alphabetically to OT. And here is a lot of content that I've created for you, some overviews of literature searching, some links to databases and resources like MEDLINE and CINAHL, clinical skills tools, which are always useful. I think we have some video content available, some disease summaries and clinical summaries. and then formulating your research question, searching for evidence, citation management, citing sources, all very important in your field. So you might want to bookmark that. I'll put a link in the video description. We'll go back to the Cook Library homepage. And the last thing I want to show you today is citing sources. So most of your classes are probably going to be asking for APA 7th. That's the American Psychological Association. And we will click on that. Now on this guide we have created for you, we have some other links to the APA website, which is really nice, some other information here, and on the left an example of everything done correctly. So articles, you can see an example of a correctly cited article. If you're using like Purdue OWL or something like that, that's perfectly fine. They are really good, high quality, and that's okay with me. Websites are also important. Maybe you're citing a health statistic from the CDC, and you'll see the first example here is from the CDC website, a CDC website. Finally, there's a student paper format checklist, and here you will see what your paper should be formatted like. Margins, font, line spacing, what the reference page should look like, and all of that good stuff that nobody has memorized, and you're going to have to come back and check sometimes. So, back to the Cook Library. Remember to check our hours in occupancy, that you can find me under Ask a Librarian and navigating to your subject. If you're off campus, sign in. That'll help you access content without being asked to pay or log in. You can use the Cook OneSearch platform to find books and ebooks, but if you wanted to narrow it down a little bit, you can go to databases and look at MEDLINE or PubMed and CINAHL. Of course, you can search the TU Library catalog. We have research guides and citing sources. Don't forget to chat with a librarian. I'm here to help you in every step of your research journey, so please don't feel like it's a burden for you to reach out to me. It's exactly what I'm here for. I look forward to hearing from you, and good luck this semester.